So basic agenda to start with the SQL, PL/SQL training is like, first of all, let me introduce myself. My name is 𝐦𝐥𝐥-𝐮𝐩, and you might have seen me on my YouTube channel. Maybe if you have not seen me on my YouTube channel, you can just search with my name. My name is 𝐦𝐥𝐥-𝐮𝐩. I have a YouTube channel where we have 9,000 plus subscribers are there. Okay. So recently we started giving the training on Oracle DBA. Apart from this, we are also giving the training on RAG databases. Then this is the training for SQL database. Tomorrow we are going to start with the Golden Gate training also. So apart from this, we have also started with the Hadoop training. So likewise, we have multiple trainings are there. Okay. Okay. Can everyone hear me? Because I see there is a message from someone that no voice is coming from my side. Everyone can hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Yes, I can.
Okay. So basically, whenever you want to start your career with a database, okay, it may be, it may be your Oracle DBA, it may be your SQL, PL/SQL developer, okay, it may be any database developer. Obviously, we should know one language. We called it as a SQL, okay. So let's say you want to start your career as a SQL developer or PL/SQL developer. You should have a knowledge about SQL and PL/SQL, okay. So we are going to start this training from day after tomorrow. Okay, we'll take one more day to. So today you can take the demo. If you think that you like the demo and things are going good, so definitely we can go ahead and start our paid training. Okay, so that's the agenda of this training. So we have a trainer here. Naresh is there. Okay, he will conduct the training. He's working. He will give the introduction about himself. He's already working with one of the biggest IT industry, and he is having so much years of experience with the IT industry. So he is going to conduct the SQL PL/SQL training for everyone. Okay. So hi Naresh, can you just take the control? I'll make you host. You can share your screen, and then we can start with our sessions. Okay, you are the host now.
So we are having the platform as Learnometer, and we are giving the multiple trainings over here. So you can find all the details over there first of all. So we will do one thing. We will walk through the syllabus, and I will explain some of the technicalities of the SQL and PL/SQL to you. Okay. So here we had already given the detailed brief of the syllabus, what we are going to cover under this SQL and PL/SQL training. So before going to the syllabus, I just want to explain you that why the SQL or PL/SQL, why the database? Because if we are developing any type of an application, any front-end application, mobile application, or anything, so the one most thing that we require to store some of the data, right? So if you are sending some of the message, you're using even WhatsApp also to your colleague, your friend, or anyone. So for that, you have to store that particular message. So for that, you need some database. So that's why the database is always an important concept in. If you are developing the front end in any language, Java, C#, .NET, anything, but the database is the best thing which will always be there. Okay. So that's why we will go for the database purpose. So here we are having some of the SQL topics as well as the PL/SQL topic. So we will start with the SQL. Maybe some of you are having the knowledge of an SQL already. Maybe some of you don't have, but we will go for the SQL, because SQL is nothing but the structural query language. So why we are using that particular language? Because we have to develop, or we have to fetch some of the data from that particular database. So that's why we will use this particular language. So one thing, what we are going to cover here. So just a simple introduction of the SQL, then the data types in the SQL. Okay. So if we are considering the data types, so I will tell you one suppose a short example for the data type. So suppose I'm just giving you example. There are different types of a database in different languages. So in PL/SQL also we are having the different data types. So maybe that we are having the character data type, varchar data type, and varchar2 as a data type. Okay. So these three different data types, and the purpose of this data type is the same. All the data types are used for storing the data only. But why we are using this different data types? Because character is having some limited amount of an length. It is having some 100 character of an length. This varchar is having approximately 4,000 of the character length, right? And the same varchar2 is also having the 4,000 of an length. So the question will come. So when you are going for any IT industry for the interview purpose, so this type of a question will appear. So varchar and varchar2 both having the size as the 4,000. But what is the major difference between this? Okay, so we are going to cover such questions also in this. So here I will just tell you the answer that why we are going to cover this. So if I am declaring some variable, suppose I am declaring one variable ABC, right? And here also I am suppose declaring one variable like as an ABC. Okay. So what will happen in a varchar? So if I am declaring here ABC in the first varchar, so it will assign only the 3 bytes. It will assign all the given size. So if I am giving here 4,000, so it will assign entire 4,000 size to this particular variable. But what is the advantage of varchar 2? So here I had given only ABC. So here are only 3 bytes, one for A, one for B, and one for C. So that's why we will here I had given 4,000 as an size, but still it will assign only the 3 bytes to that particular variable. So if I am taking here X and Y, so it will assign, in case of an varchar, it will assign all the particular 4,000 or 3,000, whatever size I am specifying here, to this particular variable. And here it will just assign that 3 byte, whatever we had specified. So it is basically for performance tuning, for improving the performance, we will always use this varchar2. So such type of technicalities will comes under the SQL. So basically, if you are known of the SQL, then only then you can proceed with further for the PLSQL. So that's why here we are having the agenda to start the SQL, to complete all the entire syllabus of the SQL, and then we will be proceed for the PLSQL. So some people will think only that writing the SQL query is just writing the select query. So it is not just writing the select query. If we are having the different types of clauses are there, different types of joins are there. So we have to know that which where clause we have to use, which join we have to use, all that things. If you are knowing properly, then only then you can build a good query. Okay. So that's why SQL is more also having the equivalent importance with the PLSQL also. So here what we are going to cover, just I am briefing. So we are going to cover some of the introduction, then different types of data types are there. So as I mentioned here, varchar is one of the data types, then some date related data types are there, string related, then number related data types. So all we are going to cover. Then the main part of the SQL, that is an DDL and DML commands. So in DDL, how we can create the particular table. If you want to change the name of any column, any data type of the table, using the alter command we can do. How we can drop any type of an object. That all we are going to cover under the DDL. Then in DML, what we are going to cover, how to insert the rows or how to update the rows into the table, or how to delete the rows, that we are going to cover. Then constraint. So constraint is also one of the important topic. So what is the primary key constraint? Like primary key is nothing but it is the combination of an unique key plus the not null key. So it is just a simple definition, but how to use it practically and how to perform some different operation on the primary key and foreign key, that we are going to check over here. Then after we are having the different clauses also over there, like where clause, like clause, having clause. Then this is a exist clauses also we are covering. So different type of clauses with different example we are going to cover. Then operators. So operator and aggregation function, these are also the important, because while we have to write the PLSQL query, then we always have to use the operators. So and operator, all operator, between operator. So these all operators we have to use while writing the PL/SQL query. Then some of the aggregation functions are also there. So we are going to cover that also. Even some conditions are there, not null condition, is null condition, that all conditions are, that also we are going to cover. Then after we are having the views also there. Just hello. Yeah, sorry. So we are having one another topic, that is on a views. So what are the views, how to use that, then different types of an indexes, how we can create the index, how can we can drop that index, how we can sequence on that particular index or any type of a table, that we are going to cover. Then here is some string operation like concatenation, length, replace, substring, instr, all this particular string operation we are going to cover over here. Then the next topic and the last and the most important topic of the SQL, that is an joins. So we are having the different types of an join, that is inner join, self join, outer joins. So all joins we are going to cover one by one. And even sometimes we have to write the joins based on the multiple tables, like I have to use more than 2 table or more than 4 tables also sometimes for the joins. So that all the operations we are going to perform over there. And then we will start with our the PL/SQL thing. So in PL/SQL thing, the initial declaration. So always we have to use the anonymous block for executing of any PL/SQL statement or any doing any type of an PL/SQL operation. So that is nothing but the anonymous block. By using this anonymous block, we can perform the different operation. So how we can declare that anonymous block, how we can write the logic in that anonymous block, or how we can terminate that anonymous block. So all this we are going to see in this anonymous block concept. Then different types of an loop. So in other programming or language also, maybe you had seen some of the loops like for loop, go to, continue. These all same loops we are having in the PL/SQL also, but there is some syntax changes over there. So that we are going to cover here also. Then the next topic is the record type. So record type is nothing but the what, if we are fetching some of the data from our table, okay, that time we have to give some data type for that. So how to represent that data type, how to use the percent type, how to use percent row type, and how we can define user defined types. Okay, so that all the cases we are going to discuss over here, and even the cases and the decodes in PL/SQL also. And so if single line, fetching the single line from the SQL code is really easy, but when we want to fetch the multiple lines at a time from any type of a table, suppose I am having one table employee and I am having thousands of a row in that, and I want to fetch all that particular row. So how we can fetch? So by using the cursors. Okay, so cursor we can fetch that rows. So we are having the cursors over there in PL/SQL. So this is the implicit cursor. So implicit cursor is also called as a cursor attributes over there. As we had written, it is a cursor attributes, nothing but the implicit cursor. So these are the respective types. How we can use this respective type in cursor, that we are going to see. Then after we are having the cursors, different other types also, that is an explicit cursor, for loop cursor, parameterized cursor. Then one more is there, reference cursor, which is not listed over here. So we are having the different types of an cursor and how it is important, how we are going to fetch the different data. So that we are going to see. Then next is the exceptional handling. So exception handling is nothing but the, if we are going to get some error, but we don't want to make that it as an error, because if I am selecting some row and which is not present in the table, so it will give me the error. Okay, so for eliminating such conditions, we will use the exceptions. Okay, so exceptions are there. Then after the main and the most important point of the PL/SQL, that is the procedure, function, and the packages. Someone is there. Can you please mute yourself? Yeah, thank you. So we are having the procedure, function, and the packages. That is nothing but the heart of the PL/SQL. So how to write the respective procedure. So while writing the procedure also, we are having the different types. By using the different parameters, we can write the procedure like as an in parameter, out parameter, in out parameter. So these are the different parameter. How to use in parameter? In parameter means we are giving the input as the parameter. Out parameter means we are giving the output as the parameter, and in out means a same parameter we can use for the input as well as the output. And without parameter also we can write the procedure. So same, all the things are in the functions also and packages also. Okay, so that we are going to cover. Then there are triggers also. So we are going to cover the triggers with insert, update, and delete. And in packages, so in packages we are going to cover all the things. What is the procedure, what is the function, what is the exception, and all these respective types. We are going with different example. We are going to put into the package how we can call the package by different way, how we can deal with the functions in the packages, how we are writing the private procedures, or how we can write the private function over there. That all we are discussing here. Okay, so this is nothing but the short introduction of this particular syllabus. Okay, so anyone having any issue or any doubt?
Sir, what is fee structure of the course and duration?
Yeah, duration will be approximately going to cover.
Sir, your
So
voice
that
is
would be
breaking.
duration.
Sir, actually, sir, your voice is breaking.
Okay.
Hello, am I audible now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so the duration of the course will be 1 month.
And fee structure, sir?
Ankush can put thought on the fees.
Hi, Naresh.
Yeah, Ankush. So people are asking about the fee structure.
About what is that? I'm sorry.
Fee structure, fees.
Yeah. So guys, so fees for this training will be 12,000. I'm sorry, actually I got another call, so I was there. Okay, so fees for this training will be 12,000. Okay, and any more questions? So I can take the questions. Anything else like you want to ask so that I can talk about that? Okay, so in this 12,000 you will have your SQL and PLSQL, both the things are there. Any more question, guys? Anything, whatever you have. Yes.
You can unmute yourself and you can ask, please. Instead
Many,
of
yeah, I see Sanket is saying how many hours sessions will be there in one day. So it is a daily 1 hour batch, right? Naresh, can you just give highlight on it? It is a daily 1 hour batch, and the timing will be 10 p.m. Okay, so the demo timing only. It will be a demo timing only. We have a chat option is also there. If you cannot speak, that's okay. You can also use the chat options. How many days course will be complete, Naresh?
we are going to cover, if we are not considering the weekends, so it will take 1+ month and approximately 25 days.
Yeah, so
the weekends will be the holiday. If how many hours, sir? So approximately 20 to 25 hours.
So guys, it is a daily batch. Okay, daily 10 p.m. IST is the timing, and Monday to Friday we are going to take this batch. Saturday, Sunday we will take the off. So the total duration will be around 1 month. Okay, 1+ month you can consider. Sir, after completion of this course we will get the job. Okay, so that's all depend upon your efforts and the training that we are giving. So we will always try to give the best from our side. Okay, so again, like we will help you out with the resume preparation. Okay, and whenever there is any vacancies are there, definitely we will share with you. Okay, but at the end, the efforts needs to be a mutual efforts. Certification, yes, we are going to provide you the certification from our institute. Okay, someone is saying that I have a deep knowledge about the SQL. Can you please only teach me PLSQL? Actually, this is a batch. Okay, so my recommendation that like you need to join SQL and PLSQL. Again, it's a free like brush up for you, right? So why don't you join the SQL? So PLSQL also, like both the things will get covered. So we are going to start this batch from day after tomorrow. Okay. And we need only few registration because almost all the registration we already got it. So we'll take few registration and after that we are going to start the batch. Okay. So fees for this training will be 12,000. Okay, someone is asking what is the difference between Oracle DBA versus developer. Okay, see there is a developer means like where you need to write down the SQL and PLSQL program. Okay, and when you talk about the DBA, we are mainly responsible for database management, where we need to start the database, stop the database. You might have seen my YouTube channel, right? There are many videos out there related to the Oracle DBA. So we basically, take the backup of our database. This kind of stuff will come. But when it is a SQL, PLSQL, a development kind of track, or like you need to use your mind, and you can say it's a creative job. Okay, a lot of complex query you need to write down. So again, those people who are coming to the Oracle DBA, it's always preferred to have a knowledge about SQL and PLSQL. So we have already, that is why we have invented this training program for everyone. Which field paid high salaries, please? Say salary part is something all depend upon your skill set only. Okay. Say two people who are Oracle DBA or two people who are a SQL PLSQL developer cannot have a same salary, because one can have a good knowledge, one can have a less knowledge. So based on your knowledge only, the salary will be determined, and depending upon the company where you are working and everything, those factor will come. So not about this. So guys, if you are interested, okay. Naresh, can you make me host? I'll just share some of the details.
Yeah.
Have you shared all the details from your side, Naresh?
Yes. Yeah, you are host now.
Okay. Let me share my screen. Okay. So guys, if you go to my website, go to the syllabus, there is a SQL PLSQL training. I will also share this syllabus link in our chat or somewhere. Okay. I'll just mention it in our chat also. You can go through that. Okay. And we are going to cover this SQL and PLSQL. Go through the syllabus. If you want to connect with me, you can reach out to me on my mobile number. Let me give my mobile number. This is the same WhatsApp number, 9960262955. This is my mobile number, and if you want to reach out to me on my email ID, this is my email ID. I hope my email ID is visible. Let me zoom it a little bit. I think this is a maximum size that I can zoom it. Okay, so this is my email ID and this is my mobile number. This is also same WhatsApp number. You can also reach out to me on my WhatsApp. Fees for this training will be 12,000. And if you are paying it in the dollar, then it will be 200 US dollar. Okay. So this is all about. Anything else you want to ask, so that otherwise we can say bye bye. So we'll take few admissions and then we are going to start with our training, guys. We'll wait for 1 minute and then we are going to close it if you don't have any questions. Okay, thank you so much for joining, guys. Let's connect to the batch. Okay, if you have any questions, queries, anything, let me know on my WhatsApp number. Okay, we are going to start our training from day after tomorrow. Thank you. Bye bye. See you again. Thanks, Naresh.